I should go live on my other page. So I don't even know what just happened. Like, somebody reported my live, and they gave my live back to me. I'm so sick of these fake reports. No, I was talking about a really cool. I've been talking about, like, I'm kind of old school. I'm talking about the older. I'm not doing a tattoo tour right now because they just banned me again. Then they gave me my life back. They're so strict right now. It's because somebody sees, oh, they got 1,000 people on, and they think it's because I was wearing bikini bottoms. It's like, there are bikini bottoms. They're not even bikini. They're like high top, brief. It's the same thing you would see on videos. You'd see less. On the beach, you'd see whatever. They think that that's why I had 1,000 people. They're jealous. People get on and they're mad because they're like, oh, she just can talk with, she can talk with her bikini on, like, oh, of course she's getting all these views because she's doing. They're like, how horrible is she, right? She's a mom. They're just mad because if they could do it, they probably would, but they're too shy, or they're not confident enough, or whatever. That's not why I had 1,000 people on here anyway. They think that's all it is. I was like I talk to my audience and we have good conversation. So there's more. That's why everybody says, oh, I could do that too. I could just make some little. They don't even push out the thirst trap videos anymore. Have you ever noticed that? I did see that they're going to change the people that can go live have to be 18 and up. So they're making that change. But maybe they should change that the viewers need to be 18 and up. And I'm not saying people need to like do inappropriate things on the app, but like the age for TikTok, I don't really have a mullet. Thank you though for saying that. Mr. 1990, that you're like 32. 1990, the 90s used to feel like we're so young if you were born in the 90s. This is the front part that's short. It's not permanently pink. It washes up. Okay. Here's the deal. I tell people this all the time. This is frustrating. It's so hard to grow this part out. Okay? Because back in the day, you did the layered look. Remember? And then when you had long hair and you had the layers, I got sick of the layers. But once you got layers, you were stuck with layers because your ponytail, your little rubber band thing would hit right where the layers were, and then the layers would get crispy, and you had to keep cutting to trim. I'm telling you, this is a true story. I'm going to say I have a mullet, that's fine, but there's facts behind it. 8 years ago, what was in style? I want long hair, but I don't want to get extensions. I feel like I can have long hair and I can grow it out, but the problem is I end up cutting it. They say you have to cut your hair often to get it to grow. Okay, that's a bunch of crap. I'm not going to stand up right now because somebody just like violated me for something I didn't even do. Your hair grows from your hair follicle. Chopping your dead protein cells does not make this grow more. The story behind that is what they call split ends. When the hair, literally one hair splits, it'll keep splitting. It'll look fried, right? So they say to trim regularly those crispy ends so that it'll be healthy, right? And it won't continue to split, because if it keeps splitting, you gotta keep cutting it. So that's my problem. My problem was, here's the deal. Since somebody wanted to insult me on my mullet, some little no profile person thinking they're being cute, making fun of me. That's fine, but I'll explain a lot to you about hair care. You'll learn something. So stick around. I didn't know for years that my hair was fine. Fine hair does not mean thin hair. It means the actual strand is super thin. But I have tons of those strands. I actually have thick hair, but it's so many strands. So they get frizzy, okay? And the heat kills them. So I tried to stop blow drying my hair. I've tried to stop doing the straight look. I gave it up on dyeing it. I'm trying to grow this part out because I had the side bang that was trending. Remember when this was trending? Do ya? Why am I talking like that? I don't know. That was a trend to have it like your hair like in your face. I'm sure there's a lot of young kids that have it right now. Like the sheepdog look. Think they're like all that. They're like, I'm too cool to have like eye contact with people. Okay? Try to grow that out. Try to grow that out. You try and see what happens. You're going to pull it back in a ponytail. It's going to break here. You're going to try to flat iron it. It's going to annoy you. Then you're going to burn the crap out of it. And then you can just never grow this part out. So it's taken me 8 years to go from like here to here. And I just want this one piece to be long and match the rest. I want long hair. Here's another fun fact. You hated the hair over the eye thing. Here's the other thing. I'm 5'11". My hair just kind of like doesn't feel like it's not that it won't grow longer. People that have long hair, I think they just don't cut it. They don't cut it, they don't dye it, they don't heat process, they just do nothing but let it grow and grow and grow. Because you ask somebody with hair down in their butt, how does your hair get up? I just never cut it. I just never cut it. Really? So they're lying to you. The hairdressers are saying you need to cut it every 6 weeks to get it to grow. No. But if you heat process, no, I haven't washed my hair yet for like a day. It works wonders. I mean, it's a life hack for a non-toxic hair dye. This cupcake spray. I love getting a good deal. 95 cents. I like paying less for something instead of more. So, yeah, somebody said I had a mullet. I hate this part, but I'm trying to grow it out. But the problem is you pull it back and the ends fray. The ends fray, and then you got to keep snip. You didn't cut your hair for 3 years and washed it once a week. And so how long is your hair now? Did you end up growing your hair? Kool-Aid's a good hack too, but yeah, that's what this is. It's cupcake spray. It was $1, and I can spray my hair. And I wanted it to be Cruella de Vil for Halloween, so I was like, it's gonna be black on one side. Oh, wait. This is how we got into this predicament last time, because I got on my face and I started spraying my face. Middle of your back. But you're a guy too, so you're saying it started short and then you like finally was like, I want long hair. Because I always had longer hair as a I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying it has to be a gender thing. I don't want to break any guidelines for bringing any of that up, but generally men have the short hair. Sometimes they're like, I want to grow my hair. And then men finally realize what women with long hair deal with. Holy crap. That's a lot of maintenance with the conditioner and all the extra work, the brushing, the conditioner, there's just a lot to it, way more than you'd ever think. So I can't go cheap on my conditioner. How do I do Cruella de Vil for Halloween? You like, I don't mind guys with long hair. I mean, I feel like some of them look better with shorter hair, but every once in a while, there's some guys that can pull off the long hair look. I mean, it's really not any different than the 70s, you know, those Rebel, Led Zeppelin, whatever, right? The rock band dudes, right? Long hair. You were like a rebel if you had long hair. So it annoys the shit out of me that this part is short. But a year ago, it was here. So that's all I can do is continue. I'm trying to find a hair product that will like grow it. I heard that the vitamin E does, or castor oil, but I don't have bad hair. I just have a problem with, I had a problem with wadding it up in a rubber band. Oh, you take the powdered collagen. I was doing that for a while too. Right here. But look, and I don't want to do extensions. I don't need extensions. Okay, so mine, I'm 5'11". So also a woman who's like 5'2", her hair would be down to her butt if she was like, had my hair length. Mine only goes to mid-back because I'm 5'11". There's that Biotin 2 stuff I got. I need to like look into a really good product. My hair only grows to about this length. It's 23 inches, past 23 inches, like 2 feet of hair almost. I just trimmed myself, the ends. My daughter gets mad because she has long hair and I don't really like to pay for her to get, I've done it once or maybe twice. I feel like she doesn't need a professional haircut at this age because it's long, it's one length, it's a trim. I don't feel like paying $20-something for somebody to just, but my son likes to do fun hairstyles. He's 6. So I do pay for him. Usually my daughter gets more than my son because you find cuter things out at the store. Girls like, you know, with the clothes, or I'll go to a thrift store and buy stuff. Now I got it in my, I'll go to the thrift store. I'll just find more for my daughter. It's not like she gets more than him. It's just some boys don't care as much about clothes. And if I find a couple, oh, this is $1 or $2, this is cute. Here, your daughter, here you go, right? So she's mad though, because I was like, I'm not taking you to get a haircut. I'll trim it. They don't want it to be crooked. It's like, you think I can't just go snip, snip, snip? I mean, there's nothing to that. She has no layers. It's all grown out. She has hair like mine, long, wavy, all one length. And I don't feel like I don't want to waste money. To me, like constantly going and getting haircuts is a waste of money. But every once in a while, I stopped using the flat iron. For this last year, I stopped dyeing my hair. I put blue in it. My hair's a mess. I feel like washing it and coming back. This is my outgrowth for a year. See? That's how you grow about a ½ an inch of hair a year. I used to just partial highlight blonde, and then the bottom part natural. But I kind of stopped styling it with heat, and I wanted to get it in better condition. I stopped styling it. I stopped, for the most part. I just started putting like oils and conditioners in it. I'm trying to get it healthy, and I want to grow it long. But there are some women, I say women because I'm just speaking from women's standpoint. There's some women that have to like only like their hair just doesn't go past their shoulder, and then they end up a Dyson flat iron. I used to flat iron mine all the time, but I'm just giving it a break and letting it be more natural. and wavy. And I'm starting to get gray hair, like white hairs in here, I'm noticing. So it's like my last hurrah before I'm going to have to do root touch-ups to not have gray hair. I'm like, I'm going to grow it out. So, yeah, some women have extensions. A lot of the celebrities that have like the long hair, their hair is like really short, but they can afford it. I love the look of the long hair though. That's the only problem with the food coloring dye. It gets in your hands. It hasn't worn off on my pillowcase much though. I've been talking for like 8 minutes because somebody said I had a mullet. Justifying my mullet. I want long hair, thick hair, but I don't want to break down and do extensions because I feel like that's cheating. Does that make sense? But when you're this tall, this length of hair, see, that's completely not dyed. John Travolta from Pulp Fiction. The mullet actually came back for a little while. Remember how stuff comes back? This is not dyed, all natural. The people with the healthiest hair are the ones that like the Asians or something, I don't know, they got that black hair and they just like never, they don't dye it, they don't cut it, then they grow it long. They probably eat healthier stuff than we do in America. Well, it's because of the layered look that I had before, and I kept explaining. I didn't realize that pulling it back in a ponytail was causing breakage right here. So I've completely like revamped my hair care this last year. It sucks to live like 40 years almost the wrong way. Have you ever found out like, wow, I've been doing this wrong my whole life? You know, like really? It sucks. But I want like those like pretty waves. They canceled it. They said I was banned. And then I appealed, and then I don't know if it was an accident. They reviewed it. I don't know if the algorithm. I don't know what happened. They gave me my life back though. I was like, please. I had to like email them too. I'm like, please fix this. I'm like, I'm so sick of this happening. I'm not doing anything wrong here. I do have to work though. So you do start doing my job. I said I'd give myself till 2 o'clock. Aussie philosophy. Oh. What's that? I did find some hair extensions like really cheap, these little clip-ons. Let me see if they work though. This is like real hair. It's like like 80 something, $90 for these extensions. There's only a few of them in this box, but I found them for like $12. It's real hair. See? But it's so expensive to actually get good extensions. But I could literally go like this and like pop it in. And like some people just do that. They just put like a few little fake. People do so much to like alter their looks anymore. And there's always like new trends. Have you ever noticed some of the trends you don't even like? I didn't like the thicker eyebrow trend. I didn't like I never really did the ombre eyebrow. I'm like, really? Why? I literally like to do what I like to do here. This is the easiest thing. I like having eyebrows because my eyebrows are a little too light for my preference. But you don't need expensive eyebrow stuff, like, at all. Like, this was a waste of money. The actual eyebrow powder, waste of money. You literally need a brush and like brown eyeshadow, and you just literally, if you trim your eyebrows, like just tweeze them or get them threaded. Once you get them threaded, when the hair grows back, you could just kind of tweeze it and maintain it. I don't like spending a lot of money on stuff. So if I go to get something done, I want to try to maintain it as long as I can. Does that make sense? Without having to go in, because they want you to go in again and get it done. But it's like, if I can just tweeze what the lady already shaped, I don't have to pay but like $10 to do my eyebrows like every 6 months, right? There's nothing to it. All these special, like, people always try to come up with a new way to do something and like make money on it, and it's like sometimes you don't need to do anything. Maybe that doesn't look that great. See what I mean though? It's like, it's fine. I could shape it a little more if I wanted to. If I got them threaded, it might help a little bit. It's probably time. It's probably been like 5 months since they were shaped. But whatever. That's what it was. They were drawing individual, like, I tried that. Drawing, like, eyebrow, like the eyebrow pen has you, like, drawing eyebrows on your eyebrows. Like, extra eyebrows. And making them, like, that bushy look. And I did not like that trend. That's what I just did now. Like, people were going like this, and like, remember? You guys with me? Anybody? Bueller. Yeah, the Anastasia, Beverly Hills. You're so uppity when you spend like $22 to buy something to draw caterpillars for eyebrows. Look, they're like, you just draw the individual. They sold me on this. You just draw your eyebrows in, see? And you create more of a brow look. You just draw them. You draw extra brows. You just draw them on. You guys like this look? People are doing like unibrows too. They're like, yeah, you just draw the more hair on your eyebrow, the bushier looks what's in. Because we said it's in. It's makeup. Can you believe that crap? Did you like that? Nobody's talking to me. Just talking to myself here. Look at that. Just drawing eyebrows. It's the bushy eyebrows back. It's in style. See? The bushy eyebrows in style. This is Vogue, guys. This is Vogue. This is... I know. It does, doesn't it? It's like... They tried to tell me that this was what the style was. You know? Do you remember when they were doing this? I was like, wow, you just draw your eyebrows on. The bushier, the better. Yeah. And they're doing a unibrow. There's like some model. She's gorgeous, but she's famous for her unibrow. But she could be gorgeous without the unibrow, and actually she'd be more gorgeous without it, but it's her trademark. She's like, I just like looking like I'm pissed off all the time. It's my look. It's my look. What's that meme? It's like, I don't always scroll the internet, but when I do, I browse. This is why I get people on my live, because I randomly do weird stuff and people are like, what just happened? I was talking about a coffee maker that is like revolutionary, just like popcorn. Guys, microwave popcorn is trash. Okay. Yucky butter. Did you know all you have to do is put some oil in a pot, pour some kernels in there, put a lid on there, like 8 minutes later, once you hear the pop and slow down, it's popped. Amazing popcorn. Put a little salt and butter on top. You're done. You don't have butter, I say, because then you don't have the homogenated soybean oil and all that crap. Margarine, just good butter. There's nothing wrong with fat. Went down a wrong butt. Pardon me. Olive oil, yeah. Don't talk and drink coffee. Okay. I was showing people how they draw their eyebrows, the bushy eyebrow thing, and it turned a new eyebrow. Hopefully my boss isn't watching this because I'm supposed to be working. I have to hang up. I have customers. I'm like choking on the coffee, went down the wrong way. Let me wash my hands. Anyway, that's what they tried to sell us on. Okay, maybe not the unibrow. Okay, maybe not the unibrow, but the fuzzy, bushy eyebrow thing, no. Brooke Shields pulled it off, but that's about it. We're not going back to that. They're like, oh, the thin 90s brow is out. No, it's not. No, it's not. A nice eyebrow, good shape, a little bit of a brown eyeshadow with a brush. That's a life hack for you. Brown eyeshadow and a brush. Brush it on your eyebrows. You're done. You don't need all that extra crap, okay? I'm telling you, people waste their money on stuff anymore because that's what they want us to do, is waste our money on stuff that we don't need, come up with trends that are just stupid. Okay? You've never noticed eyebrows on a woman? It hasn't made a difference at all. I'm sure you've seen some that were like, you're like, can you just tweeze it? I gotta wash my hands, but excuse me. Excuse me. This bar of soap works really good too. It's made in India. It actually gets like, it's made with like, apparently vegetable oils, and it really gets that stuff off my hands pretty good. I think I'm going to switch back to bars of soap. I'm going through a transition in my life, not that type, where I'm going back to things that always worked and actually were practical and actually saved a lot of money, as opposed to the new, like, modern way, like disposable shavers. I got a shaver. You replace the little, like, metal, what's it called, the blade. Works wonders. It works way better. It seemed like it would be easy to have a conversation with you. Oh, yeah. I'm a talker. I talk to people. But yeah, the metal shaver, because I was sick of like having to buy the plastic shavers, and those are getting worse and worse and worse. They're making them to where they don't even work anymore. Like I used to get, like I would use one reusable shave. It's a throwaway, but I would use that thing for like months till I couldn't anymore. You know, with the 5 blades. But now I got one that like, it's like a one-time use, I swear. It's just crap. And you know, you spend like $20 for a big jumbo box at Sam's Club. It's ridiculous. It's like, why don't we have a razor for our legs, like the way they used to shave men's faces at the bar, you know? Then they'd sharpen it. They had one shaver. They want us to buy stuff over and over and over and over again. And the problem is it's not more effective. Yeah, I want like a straight blade for my freaking legs, but I actually got like a little plastic handle with the little metal razor thing that replaces, and even that worked better. I buy in bulk too, but what I'm saying is I don't even want to have to buy certain things in bulk anymore, because I want to just buy it one time and have it last like 20 years or 15 years, you know? Like that's how it used to be. People, you used a Norelco electric razor for 3 years, it was 90. I mean, that's not too bad. But even the stuff nowadays doesn't last as good as it used to. They've made like even stuff like that 5 years ago, it was better quality. That's what I'm saying. They just keep going chintzier and chintzier and replacing things with plastic that they can't, like, and I get people want to make money, but they want you to like rebuy and rebuy and they just want your money. But consumers need to go back to kind of like boycotting this stuff and being like, no, we're not going to buy your crap that doesn't work anymore. We need to demand things that work and last and put our money, you know, where our mouth is, right? And buy stuff that that good the first time. Made in America's sometimes good, but I'm complaining about my vacuum cleaner I finally got that was made in America. And see, this is the only hair extension I have. I put one in there. Somebody said I had a mullet. I did trim the little frizzies right here. Now it looks like really bad. I hate it. Because I'm trying to grow this part out. This is long natural hair that I want to have, but I had a layer and it kept like breaking. Had a long bang and it just kept, every time I try to grow it out, it just would like break in the one spot. So it just takes a lot. So I was talking about, oh, I could get some like extensions. I'm going out. What do you mean? My audio? I'm probably just talking choppy. I just want to, I need to work. I need to get in my computer. I don't want to work. I want to work, but I want to make a difference in the world, right? I don't want to just do the same mundane thing everyone else does. Keeping up with the Joneses. How about that? I've never had extensions. I bought them at a thrift store, new in a package, because I would never spend $86 on 5 strands of human hair. Movie Tavern, huh? But I gotta get back to work. I have a day job. But I would rather be like in politics or something. I don't know. I have such a bad like track record though. They would have so much dirt on me if they looked me up. Especially everything they say people like are doing in social media. They're like, they posted this and that. That's offensive. It's like, oh my gosh. Can you stop micromanaging a meme? It's a joke. You don't have to fact check a joke. I miss when they didn't fact check jokes. Like comedians could just go up on stage and everybody would laugh, and if they didn't like the joke, they would just be like, I'm not laughing. But they weren't like canceling the person, right? They're like, yeah, I saw the show. I'm just not going to go to another one. And that was it. Not your cup of tea. But now it's like, they said what? How dare they? Oh my gosh. Ruin them. Destroy their career. Oh. Yeah, I just started YouTube. I'm trying to be on YouTube. Like, I'm trying to get a channel going. Maybe that's how I can make a difference. I don't know. I need to get in politics one day, though. Because I really would represent the people. I mean, I would love to do the insider trading, don't get me wrong. But I would do what is right, you know? I have integrity. And I can't talk about anything inappropriate, like, that, so you can ask on, like, my Instagram, I guess. Well, it's just, I don't know who's making it mainstream anyway. It's like, who decides that we're going to start calling people that give birth, women, female, whatever, biological, people with a uterus, people that were born with a uterus, birthing persons. It's like, who's decided that? And then people go along with stuff. It's like nobody wants to ruffle anybody's feathers or make them uncomfortable. It's like nobody wants to speak up because they're so scared of the mob or the masses, or they just want to like hide and like just be like, I'm just gonna go along. I don't agree with it, but I'm just going along with it because that's what everyone else thinks, and I don't want to offend anyone. That's the problem that we're having. But I don't have a problem. Like, I guess I like to make people uncomfortable. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about people's, it doesn't really like hurt. It doesn't get to me as much as it gets to other people, if that makes sense. I get annoyed when people are rude to me, but it doesn't like break me down, and it doesn't destroy me and make me want to like crawl into a hole in my room and never come out. I'm like, there's so many people on the planet. Not everybody's gonna like me. You get to a place when you're older that you're like, I can't please everybody. It's impossible. And so you kind of stop caring. That's the beauty of aging and not being in your 20s anymore, is that you get to develop like who you are and figure out your own like convictions and your stances on stuff. Thank you, Shannon. And then you're like, I just don't care. I'm going to say it. The thing is, a lot of times people come up to me, like I had people, like I'm in this church class, okay, and they're trying to tell us this and that, right, in the class, and like, it's about parents, it's just a family class about raising kids, and they're like, yeah, you just take those extra minutes to help your kid, you know, and I'm like, Yeah, but the problem is you're burnout, you're exhausted, you just got home from work, you have one child screaming, and your other one's demanding praise, and you just don't have it to get, so I open up, I speak up, but I say the stuff that everybody else, they've got like deer in their headlights, because they're too shy to say it. Like they don't have a voice, right? But they're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And so it gives it a flow, like in the class, because then the leader can kind of bounce off the other side, right? The other people's perspective, and so it's a great class because we're all just talking about where we're at. And then we're like, you can't keep your mouth shut either. Good. We need more people like that, though. There's some people that are like that, but sometimes their causes, they're just for the wrong cause, but they don't know it. That's the only bad part. Those people are not necessarily wrong, because I appreciate them for standing up for what they believe in, but sometimes they're standing up for something that they don't understand enough about to really know that they're on the wrong side of the fence on some, because they don't know the real facts. They're going off of like the media bias and just not getting all the other details. So these people will hear something, a news report, man was killed by cop. They will take that and run with it, burn down a Wendy's. And then when the trial comes out, you find out all the details, and then you actually understand like kind of what happened, why that would have happened. Oh gosh, okay, well this happened. So people will just run with something now, and they don't even know the backstory. So that's a huge problem we have, which is worse because of social media, because social media can just, one person can post something, one little piece of something, and then all these people can get infuriated, unalived. There's some that make me laugh so hard that I couldn't even think were real. And you find out it is real, and you're like, what? What? Like Amazon changed the box, the Amazon box. I'm trying to see if I have one laying around here. I do. Go look this up. I'm gonna have to go in a minute because I gotta go to work. But like I could just talk all these rants for like ever. Okay, you guys gotta look this one up. This was real. The Prime box. The Prime box used to have a like jagged piece of blue, like a tape almost look to it. Somebody said it looked like Hitler's mustache. Somebody was offended by the tape, and they changed it. Go Google that. I thought it was fake, and it wasn't. I was like, thanks, Shannon. Give her a follow. He's one of my friends on here. Sorry. You have a name that's kind of unisex. I'm sure you know. Go look it up. Just look it up for yourself. Because I laughed so hard that Amazon used to have a blue piece of like jagged tape, and it was the smile underneath it, and they said it looked like Hitler, his mustache. They changed the way they tape. Do you imagine the money they spent to change, like get rid of all that tape too? Because one person said, this looks like Hitler's mustache. What? One person complained that they were offended that the female symbol was on a box of tampons. How dare they? that's offensive to men who have periods. It's like, look that one up. I think I have a box. Do I have maybe I have the Kotex. But it was Tampax. I think it was Tampax. I do have Tampax. You won't find a woman symbol on it. They used to have the woman symbol. Apparently, there's people that still have their periods that are transitioning, that identify as a man. How does that affect you? Because the female symbol, why? Why does that affect you? Why? You can do your transition. You can bleed quietly. I do. We all do, you know? We do our thing. We don't tell it, I'm bleeding right now. I mean, sometimes we do. But it's like, you went in a you're like crying. I don't want to have my period because I want to be... No disrespect. I respect trans people. So I'll put my disclaimer out there so nobody thinks I'm transphobic or I get banned. I love trans people. I respect them. Absolutely. If somebody feels mentally like they are another, I can understand that in their mind and hormonally that they feel born a man. Oh, they feel like a woman and want to live as a woman. Great. But while you're on your transition, or well, that would be the opposite. That'd be like a woman turning into a man. Okay, cool. But during your transition, you're now offended because you're still bleeding and you're a man? Men bleed too. So don't put the female symbol on the tampon box. That's the stuff I'm talking about. It's gotten like, it's just gotten so overboard, and the companies are like cowering down to it. Like Mr. Potato Head, they're like, remember when they made a big deal about that? And it couldn't be it had to be a gender neutral potato. And they're like, Mr. Potato Head was the first trans toy on the market. You could literally give Mr. Potato Head like eyelashes and lips. And they destroyed that. Now they have gender neutral potatoes. Now they have 2 female potato heads with a kid potato. I mean, it's just gotten kind of, I mean, come on, man. I'm an alcoholic, okay? You know what I have to do? I have to go to AA meetings. If I go to a bar, people are drinking alcohol. I have a choice. Do I go in the bar or do I not? Do I say I don't want to be around? I can go in the bar if I feel confident that I'm going there to shoot some pool, sing some songs. But I'm not like demanding that everybody else not drink alcohol. I'm not picketing outside of the bar. This is offensive to alcoholics. This is offensive to me because I can't handle my alcohol. How dare you people be drinking inside? That's the lunacy of it. I would, but I can't. I have to work. Like, I've been yakking for hours when I'm supposed to be working. And I'll have you on later. We can chat later on here and discuss, or I was supposed to call you. We're supposed to discuss something. So we'll call you and set up a time to go live. I need to go live with somebody else, but I've been rambling for hours and hours and hours, and I already got myself banned once, and then they gave it back to me. So I'm like trying to like tread lightly. Well, you can call me or text. I would always respond. to at least a text. I prefer talking to text, but even if you just shoot a text, call me when you're free, you know. I always respond to people. Like, I'm friends with Cheryl. Even though we'd like never like met in person. She's one of those people you just meet on here and you're like, oh my God, we're like besties. You know, there's some people on TikTok that you can like really connect with. I am going to hang up though because I have to work and I'm actually like not doing my job right now. And I'm being irresponsible. Pink Scrub 79 is also a good friend of mine too. We have not met in person yet, but we hit it off. I've hit it off with several people on TikTok. I think because you get to show your personality and stuff. They did the best job. I know. I'm definitely going to come to California one day. I do work from home. I'm in sales. I have some contracts that I have to price out, and it's 2:30, and it closes at 5, and I got to pick up kids in an hour, so I'll call it back. I'm going to call it back. I knew that was you, but like I never programmed your name. You're the only like 215 area code person. Thanks for the follow.